Wow, today we are lucky. Pramod has joined our class. Pramod పొద్దున్న స్ట్రాంగ్ దాగి వచ్చినట్టు స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ఉంటానికి స్ట్రామేనా అది Okay, guys. Yesterday we have seen briefly about the text class in Hadoop. What is this text class in Hadoop? What it will do? We have seen. Totally in the previous classes, what we have seen is writable wrapper classes in Hadoop. We have seen briefly about the writable wrapper classes in Hadoop. What are the writable wrapper classes in Hadoop? And as well as since in those writable wrapper classes, character and string is missed. For that character and string, we have seen the text class. Okay, that is text class in place of Java string. For the Java character comma string, we are using here the text class in the place of the string class of Java. And for all the remaining primitive data types of Java, there are the consider okay related wrapper classes are available in the Hadoop also. They are called as a writable wrapper classes in Hadoop. Continuation of this one. Continuation of this one, we are going to see one more writable class called the bytes writable. What is this bytes writable? We are going to see one more writable class that is related to the previous one, writable wrapper classes. That is the bytes writable class. We are going to see. Previously, we have seen for the Java primitive data types, there is a corresponding writable wrapper class in Hadoop. Along with those writable wrapper classes in Hadoop, okay, we are going to see one more writable class called the bytes writable class. What is this bytes writable class? What is its use? How it will work? That we want to see on the today class. See this one, by seeing the first line, we can get some idea what is the use of this bytes writable class. Bytes writable is a wrapper class for an array of data. Okay, for arrays. Okay, in the C, C++, Java, we know the arrays are the concept is there. Okay, this bytes writable is a wrapper class for an array of binary data. For storing an array of values, we use this bytes writable. Okay, then we will get a doubt. Is there directly array is not available in Hadoop? Is array not directly available in Hadoop? Means yes, array is also available in Hadoop. Array. ఎవరండి ఎవరితో డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వస్తుంది clear? Array is also available in Hadoop. Okay, this bytes writable will also is a wrapper class available for array of binary data. Okay, that means here this bytes writable class will store the data in the form of binary data, zeros and ones. On internally, it will store the data in the form of zeros and ones. That's right. Okay, normal arrays are also available in Hadoop. Next, in the next classes, we will see the arrays in Hadoop also. Okay, what are the classes available for Hadoop arrays? 1D array. What are the wrapper class available for 1D array, 2D arrays? We will see in the future classes. Okay, this bytes writable is also a wrapper class for an array of binary data. That means here internally it will store the data in the form of binary values zeros and ones that will take. Clear. That is the first thing. Whenever we have the what is this bytes writable is, it is a wrapper class for an array of binary data. Okay. Here internally, how it will store the data means, whenever we want to store some values in the array. Okay. For example, we want to store 2 or 3 values in the array, binary data in the array. What it will, how it will store internally means, see this one. Its serialized format is integer field 4 bytes that specify the number of bytes to follow. Okay. See, in the bytes writable, how the values are stored means, okay, first 4 bytes will be there. The first 4 bytes indicate how many bytes it is going to store. The first 4 bytes indicate how many numbers we are going to store in that array. Okay. In the serialized format, the bytes writable object will first contains the will contains a integer field whose size is 4 bytes. That's okay. This integer field will indicate that how many numbers or how many bytes we are going to store in this array. Like generally in the C language, we write int a of 5. That means how many values we can store in that array, how many values we are going to store. We are going to store 5 values. Int a of 5 is equal to, in the brackets we will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 5 indicates the size. Similarly here, okay, in the serialized format of bytes writable, the first 4 bytes is an integer number which indicates how many numbers are going to be stored later in the array. We will see an example to understand this one. For example, say I want to store 2 values 3 and 5. Okay, in the array, byteable array, in the binary data of array, I want to store the 2 numbers 3 and 5. So what is the actual numbers we want to store? Actually, in the array, we want to store 3 comma 5 only. These are the 2 values we want to store. Okay. Now, when we come to this one, in the array, first these 2 are prefixed by this 4 byte integer number 2. Okay, this integer number 2 will indicate that this 2 indicates we are going to store 2 numbers in the array. The first 2 indicates the we are going to store in the array 2 values. Clear? First, we will add a 4 byte integer 2. Okay, this 2 will be internally stored in the form of a 4 byte value. 4 bytes means how many bits will be there? 32 bits will be there. Okay, in the 4 byte format, we represent the number 2. Why? Because we are going to store only 2 numbers. See here, the programming code will be like this. Bytes writable B, we are creating the object for the class bytes writable. B is equal to new bytes writable of, we are storing how many values? We are going to store 2 values 3 comma 5. So we are creating the bytes writable array. Bytes writable B is equal to new bytes writable of new byte of 3 comma 5. We are replacing these 2 values. Next, we are serializing that one. That bytes writable object is going to be serialized. When it is serialized internally, how this 3 comma 5 will be stored means in this format it will be stored. Internally, the value will be stored in this format. Okay, first 4 bytes indicate this is the first 4 bytes. The first 4 bytes indicate how many values we are going to store in that array. Okay, the first 4 bytes here, the integer we have given for our understanding, we have given that one in the form of normal integer numbers only. Actually, it will be in the form of binary data, but for our understanding, we have given the entire number thing in the form of integer numbers only. So the first 4 bytes indicate number 2. That means the first 4 bytes value is integer value is number 2. That means what it indicates, we are going to store 2 numbers in this array. What are those 2 numbers? The first number is 3, already we given. The second number is 5, already we have given. Clear? That is the thing. The bytes writable is a wrapper class for an array of binary data. We can store an array of binary data using this bytes writable wrapper class. Okay. In the serialized format, how it will store the data means, whenever we want to store the numbers, for all those numbers, okay, one sub prefix will be there. That prefix is a 4 byte integer field will be there as a prefix to the all those numbers. That 4 byte integer field will indicate how many numbers we are going to store in that array. Okay. In this example, since you are going to store only 2 numbers, Okay, at the time of creation of the object, how many values we have given? 2 values. So the prefix 4-bit value is indicated by this number 2. Okay, what is this 2 indicates? That time we are going to store two numbers in this array. Clear. These are the 2 lines. We are creating the object for bytes writable. At the time of creation of object, we are passing the values to that array. Bytes writable array object B. Clear. Later, we are converting that one into the serialized format. Okay. After the values have been taken, it is converted into the serialized format. These are the 2 programming lines. Here, what is the meaning of this third line is? What is this as function? That function. ఇది చాలా వాటిలో మనకు వస్తూ ఉంటుందండి. ఇదన్నిట్లో మన కామన్ గా చివరిలో ఈ లైన్ రాసుకుంటూ ఉంటాం. వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్? వీ హావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ అదర్ దట్ ఫంక్షన్ విల్ డూ. It is similar to the equal function or comparison function. The other that function is duty is the comparison. Clear అండి. ఇక మన serialized b తీసుకున్నాము. We have converted that one bytes writable object b into serializable b. ఆ serializable b ని ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ చేసుకున్నాము? In the variable b bytes లో స్టోర్ చేస్తున్నాం. We have stored that one in the variable bytes. Bytes అనే వేరియబుల్ లో స్టోర్ చేస్తున్నాం మొత్తం. The serialized format of b. అంటే ఈ వాల్యూ మొత్తం ఎక్కడ ఉంది? This entire one is stored in this variable b. Clear. సో టు అండర్స్టాండ్ మనం అనుకున్న ఫార్మాట్ లోనే ఇందులో వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నాయో లేవో చెకింగ్ కోసం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం అంటే వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ అదర్ దట్ ఫంక్షన్. ఇదేమో ఆ బైట్స్ లో ఉన్న డేటా ఫస్ట్ వన్. సెకండ్ వన్ ఏమో మనం అనుకున్న వాల్యూ. ఓకే, ఈ రెండు ఈక్వల్ అయితే ఇట్ విల్ రిటర్న్ ట్రూ. ఇట్ విల్ రిటర్న్ ట్రూ ఇఫ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు దిస్ వన్, అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్ విల్ రిటర్న్ ఫాల్స్. క్లియర్. ఈ అజర్ దట్ ఫంక్షన్ ఏం చేస్తాయంటే కంపారిజన్ అండి. ఈక్వల్ ఆర్ నాట్, ఇట్ విల్ వర్క్ యాజ్ ఈక్వాలిటీ ఆపరేటర్. క్లియర్. Whatever that we have to give 2 parameters for this exact function. Okay, the first parameter will be compared with second parameter. I రెండు సేమ్ ఉంటేనేమో it will return true, otherwise it will return false. జనరల్ గా ఈ exact function ఎందుకు వాడతాం అంటే మనం చెక్ చేసుకున్నానండి. 3,5 ఇస్తే మనం ఏమనుకుంటున్నాము, ఈ ఫార్మాట్ లో స్టోర్ అవుతుందని చెప్పుకున్నాం. సేమ్ అలాగే స్టోర్ అయిందా లేదా అని చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి అంటే వి రైట్ దిస్ exact that function. దీని అవుట్పుట్ కనుక ట్రూ వస్తే ఎస్ మనం అనుకుంటే ఇలాగే స్టోర్ అయిందని, అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్ ఈజ్ రాంగ్. ఫాల్స్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఈక్వల్, ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఇలా స్టోర్ అవ్వలేదు అని. యాక్చువల్గా ఇది ఏంటంటే మనం ప్రాక్టికల్ గా రన్ చేసుకోవాలి. మన దగ్గర హడూప్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ లేదు కాబట్టి వీఆర్ థియరిటికల్లీ సీయింగ్ దట్ వన్. లేదంటే యాక్చువల్గా ఈ లైన్స్ మనం ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో టైప్ చేసి వీ హావ్ టు థియరిటికల్లీ చెక్ 3,5 ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఇలాగే స్టోర్ అయిందా లేదా చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. బట్ అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ వీఆర్ అనేబుల్ టు చెక్ దట్ వన్. థియరిటికల్లీ ఓన్లీ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సీ దట్ వన్. మై గాడ్, సారీ అండి, నేను చాట్ స్క్రీన్ కూడా చూడలేదు, ఇది కిందకు పోయింది. చూడలేదు. I forgot నేను షేర్ చేస్తే అనుకుంటున్నాను. See, when we come to this bytes writable, I will repeat again this class. What is this bytes writable class? Okay, the bytes writable is a wrapper class. Is a wrapper class in Hadoop for an array of binary data. To store an array of binary data, there is a wrapper class available in Hadoop that is called the bytes writable. Here immediately the question we will get is, if it bytes writable is for storing array of binary data, the question is the directly arrays are not available in Hadoop? Yes, arrays are also available in Hadoop. Okay, the arrays in the Hadoop will store the normal values. Here it will store the binary data. Okay, this byte writable is a wrapper class for an array of binary data. That is the point we have to consider here. Okay, it will take the data in the form for the, it will take the only the binary data. The input for this bytes writable is a binary data only. Clear. It is a wrapper class for an array of binary data. Okay, whenever we given the binary values to this bytes writable object, internally how they will be stored, what the serialized format of that one. In the serialized format, how they will be stored means, okay, internally in the serialized format, first an integer field will be there. before the binary data, an integer field will be there whose size is 4 bytes. Okay, an integer field will be there whose size is 4 bytes. Followed by this 4-byte integer field, remaining numbers will be there. Remaining numbers will be there, followed by this 4-byte integer field. That means, for example, we have taken for our understanding to about that second point. I want to store the values 3 and 5 in the array. In the bytes writable array, I want to store the values 3 and 5. That means the programmer aim is he want to give the for that array two values 3 and 5. Okay, whenever 3 and 5 is given to the bytes writable object, for the object of the bytes writable, whenever 3 and 5 is given, how it will be stored in the serialized format means, in the serialized format internally how it will be stored means, how many numbers we are giving here? Two numbers. Okay, so first, before these two numbers, there is a prefix of integer field of 4 bytes. See, this is the 4-byte integer field. This is a 4-byte integer field. Okay, first two byte one, second byte. 4-byte integer field will be prefixed by these two numbers. The two numbers 303 and 05 will be prefixed by 4-byte integer field. What is the use of this 4-byte integer field is, the 4-byte integer field will indicate how many numbers are actually stored in that array. How many numbers are actually stored in that array is given by this 4-byte integer field. Clear? Since you are storing here two numbers, since we are storing here two numbers, the 4-byte integer field is 00000002. This is the 4-byte integer field prefixed by this one. So internally, how this totally this 0305 will be stored means, in this way it will be stored. The array contains this value. Whenever we given the values 3, 5, the array will contain these values. Clear? The array will contain this one. For example, I have given 7 also, 3, 5, 7. If 7 is also given, after 05, 07 will be added. How many numbers are there? 3, 5, 7. So in the place of 2, here we get 3. 0000 first byte, second byte 0003. Next, first number 3, second number 5, third number 7. Like that. The first 4 bytes will indicate the first 4 bytes will indicate the integer field, which indicates how many numbers we are going to store in that array. An integer field which indicates how many bytes we are going to store in that array. See here, program what we will do is, first we are creating object for write bytes writable b. For the object, for the class bytes writable, we are creating an object b is equal to new bytes writable of 3, 5. We are creating an object for the class bytes writable. At the time of creation of object for that bytes writable class, we are providing the inputs 3, 5. Two values are given to this bytes writable object. That is the first line indicates that we have created object for the bytes writable. While creating, we have given the 2 bytes. One byte is 3, value is 3. The second byte value is 5. Clear? We have given 3, 5. Now internally, what will happen is, whenever immediately 3, 5 is given to this object, it will be given serialized. The object will go for serialization. Clear? The object will be go for serialization. That means what is meant by serialization? Data will be converted into bytes. Okay, the data will be converted into byte stream. That means this 3, 5 will be converted into the byte stream. Will be converted into byte stream, and that serialized object will be stored in the variable bytes. Under the variable bytes, this serialized object b will be stored. We are giving values to the object b. The object b is serialized, and its values are stored in the variable. For example, the name of the variable here we have taken as bytes. In the variable bytes, it has stored. Clear? That is the thing. In the bytes variable, how the data will be stored means, in the bytes variable, the data will be in this format. Inside the bytes variable, the data will be stored in this format. Okay, the first 4 bytes indicate how many numbers we are going to store in that array. Since the first 4 bytes indicate value 2, That means we are going to store in this array two numbers, 3 and 5. Clear? That is the meaning of this one. Here, what is this assert that is? Assert that is a method in the Hadoop, which is equal to method in Java. The assert method is similar to that of the equal to function in the Java. That means the assert method will compare two things, whether they are same or not. Whenever two values are given to this assert that method, it will compare both parameters are same or not. If they are same, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Okay. Generally, it is used in the Hadoop program wherever we want confirmation whether both are same or not. Okay, here we have given this bytes. We have taken these bytes and we are comparing the data in this bytes is same as what we assumed. We assumed the data will be in this format. As per the above description, we assumed that whenever we give 3, 5 to this array, internally it will be stored in this format only. It will be stored. We are assuming that one. To confirm internally it is stored in that format only. If we execute this line, it will return true. If it returns true means the variable bytes contains the data in this format only. Otherwise, it is wrong. Okay. Actually, we have to run this one in the program to confirm. Practically, we have to run this one, but we are only seeing this one theoretically. Why? Because currently we don't have the Hadoop, so we are seeing it only theoretically. Okay, when we run this line, it will return true. That means it make us clear that internally the serialized format of the bytes object variable bytes writable object is this is the internal format. Okay, its serialized format is an integer field 4 bytes that specifies number of bytes to follow, followed by the bytes themselves. Okay, this is the number of bytes. First 4 bytes indicate number of bytes following, and remaining all are the actual bytes. Remaining all are the actual bytes they are storing. This is the first part of this bytes writable. Next, some more points about this bytes writable is bytes writable is a mutable one. Mutable means changeable. Okay, we can change the values of this bytes writable object at any time. If you want to modify the values of this bytes writable, we can modify. How to modify means with the help of the set method, we can modify the values of bytes writable at any moment. Happily, we can modify. For example, here for B, we have given 3, 5. After some time, if I want to add 4, I can write B dot set of 3, 5, 4. I can add one more value. I am changing the values. 4 is also added. If I want to remove 3, only 5 and 4 should be stored. B dot set of 5, 4 I can give. So that 3 will be removed. Like that. At any moment, we can modify the values of this bytes writable object. It is a mutable object and its value can be changed by calling the method set method. Next. Okay. How to know how many number, what is the size of this bytes writable object? Okay. Whenever we want to know totally what is the total size of this bytes writable object, we use the method getBytes method. Okay. The getBytes method of the bytes writable class is used. This getBytes method is used for knowing what is the total size of the bytes writable object. That means totally how many values are stored. To know that one, whenever we want to know how many values are there, we use this getBytes method. Next, one more method is available, set capacity method. The set capacity method is used to set maximum size of that array. Maximum how many values it can store is defined by this set capacity method. By using this set capacity method, we can set the maximum capacity of the bytes writable object. Okay, to know the current length. Okay, to know the current length of the bytes writable, we can use the get length. If you want to know what is the current length of that one, we can use this get length method. By using this get length method, we can know the we can get the get length method by using this one get length current length. For example, we will see b dot. Previously, we have created the bytes writable object b. Okay, for that B dot set capacity of 12 means maximum how many values it can store, maximum it can store 12 numbers. Okay, we have given set capacity is the maximum size. Okay, that array can store a maximum of 12. In the generally in the C language we write int a of 10. That means maximum how many values it can store, 10 values it can store. Similarly here B dot set capacity of 12 means maximum 12 values it can store. Okay, to know what is the current length. Maximum capacity is 12, but in our example, how many we have stored? Only two numbers, 3, 5 is stored. Okay, to know what is the current length of the array, we use the b dot get length. By using this b dot get length, we can get the current length of the array. Okay, what is the current length of the array? See, in our example, it will give the value as 2. To confirm that one, we use the z method to compare. Current length is equal to 2. Is b dot get length is equal to 2 or not? It will return true or false. Okay, so set method, set capacity is maximum capacity. Next, get length is current length. Current length. Okay, see what is this b dot get bytes method? B dot get bytes dot length. Okay, we are using the get bytes method is also there. Okay, to get the total length of that one, we use this b dot get bytes method. We got the total length of that one. We use this get bytes. See, what is the difference between this get length method and get bytes method? We are saying both will give the size of the byte array only. So then what is the difference is, see, this get length will give how many numbers are there, whereas get bytes will give what is the total length of the array. That means we will go to the previous example. If you take here, what is that get length? If you apply get length on b dot get length means how many numbers are there? 0 3 0 5, two numbers are there. So it will give you the answer 2. Get length means it will give you the answer 2. Why? Because two numbers we are storing. This 2 is not a number, your actual number. It is the size. How many numbers we are going to store? Currently, how many numbers it has stored? This 2 is the size of how many numbers only, not the actual number. So the answer will be for this 0 3 0 5. Get length means it will give the number answer as 2. What is get bytes means? Okay, this get bytes means a total size. It will include this integer field also. Including the integer fields, what is the size? What is the size? Get bytes means including integer field. What is the total, the current length of the array that is given? Okay, including integer field, the current length of the array is 3. Current length of the array is 3, including the integer field. When we come to the get length, only it will consider the actual values we are going to store. So the length will be 2. Clear the difference? What is this get length and get bytes? So get length will give the how many numbers we are going to place in that array, whereas get bytes will consider total how many bytes are there in the array, including the integer field also. Totally how many bytes are placed in that array. That is the thing. Clear? This is briefly about this today's concept of bytes writable. This is our today's concept of the bytes writable class in Hadoop. What is the use of this bytes writable class in Hadoop? Simply in 2 lines, what are the brief main points we have to remember here is bytes writable is a wrapper class for an array of binary data. Bytes writable is a wrapper class for an array of binary data. That is the first point we have to remember. Internally, how the values are stored in this bytes writable object means whenever we have given values to this bytes writable object, how the values will be stored means in the serialized format. First, an integer field will be there. 4 byte integer field will be there, which indicates how many values we are going to store. Okay, in the serialized format, first an integer field will be there, which indicates how many values we are going to store. That integer field size is 4 bytes. 4-byte integer field will be there, which indicates how many bytes we are going to store. Then though that 4-byte integer field will be followed by the actual value. The actual values are followed by that 4-byte integer field. Like this, whenever we want to store 3, 5, it will be stored in this format. This is the main thing we have to remember about this one. Main point about this bytes writable. Clear. This is the today's concept of that one, bytes writable class of Hadoop. Is it okay, guys? యాక్చువల్గా హడూప్ ఉంటే హ్యాపీగా మనం క్లీన్ గా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసుకొని రాసుకునే వాళ్ళం అండి. బట్ అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ వీఆర్ అనేబుల్ టు పర్ఫార్మ్ దట్ వన్. ఈ అరే వాల్యూస్ తీసుకొని నీట్ గా అన్ని టెస్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చేవాళ్ళం. బట్ వీఆర్ అనేబుల్ టు డూ దట్ వన్. సో వీఆర్ ఓన్లీ సీయింగ్ దట్ వన్ theoretically instead of practical. Is it okay? This bytes writable. Briefly, what is this bytes writable class and what is this bytes writable object? What is it used? Tomorrow we will see the another writable class. Null writable class is there. Tomorrow we will see about the null writable class. Okay, that we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you very much.